Hello, everybody. This is Stanley Park Podcast, and the host of your morning today is me, Vlad Sherby. Wow. Nice to see you guys again on this podcast. If you like to listen to Ukrainian accent, you're always welcome. All right. I want to start today podcast about my days off and the reason I hate them. Well, because my days off is exactly normal people work days, Monday and Tuesday. And every day on my day off, I wake up because if you can hear that, that would be so fucking annoying. Because every time you wake up and there's like because of uh, because of what? Because construction workers they have to do something right when I have my days off in the morning. While they think everyone went to work, there is nobody home, we can make noise as long as we want to. But it's not fucking true. Please shut the fuck up your machines and do that when I'm not on my day off. So this is why I really hate my days off. And then my last days of work, they are on Saturday and Sunday, which is I also hate because I cannot sleep normally. Because usually when I sleep during the summer, especially in Vancouver, my windows are open and I can hear somebody turning from parties, and they like, "Woo, haha! You know why? Hey, do you remember that was so cool? Let's go to my place." And I think, just fuck you all, fuck constructors, fuck those people from the parties because I wanna return from the party also. Don't think, oh my god, it's again my day off. Well, yeah, this is actually why the life lately felt um, so slow. I feel like I'm 30 years old, exactly how I am now. This is how life feels so old right now because I live with no parties, with no clubbing, with no bars. Because how you can go? The reason why would you go on a pub with who? With your friends, like who's gonna who's working on a regular day when it's your day off. You're not gonna go there, and then you're not gonna. Also, you don't want to go anywhere in a pub or a club because it's a weekend and they off for normal people but not for me, and I want to sleep well and go to my lovely job and clean all those rooms and toilets very well. um all right, so let's talk about something really serious. FIFA final game of FIFA. Uh, Argentina played against Spain, or Spain played against Argentina, and that was a really cool game. Which was really hard to watch for me because, well, I was working as a normal person. I was working, but I still tried to catch up on my phone. And I remember I was working because I was working on the day. It was Sunday, and I start my day early, work day early because I wanted to go to Ukrainian community center. There were two Ukrainian comedians coming up to the city, and I needed to help them set up um the venue. So I wanted to order the sound, the mics, the lights, and that happened. So I start early, and also they said at my work they said, "Oh, Vlad, we don't have any rooms. Do you wanna finish early?" And I said, "Yes, of course. I do wanna finish early." So I did, and I was walking in the city, and there was people watching on the streets, like in the pubs. People, football fans, they were watching the game, and they like some point like, "Wow, yeah, go, woo, woo, go!" And I thought, yeah, that's I bet that is Spain actually, because I want to support Spain. I think I was more against Argentina than for Spain actually. Like many people. So I thought that's cool, and I checked the phone, and there was nothing. My friends who was watching the game, um, they said there was a goal, but they didn't count that goal, which is what was obviously that goal was from Spain, because everyone everyone thinks FIFA and all the judges, they were on the side of the Spain, on the side, they were cheering Argentina and helped them, like Argentina helped Nazis in 49, right? 45th, 1945. Yeah. Um, so the world was paying to Argentina's back, especially FIFA. And eventually I was in a SkyTrain, started to watch game, and guess what? Spain hit the ball, and ball was landed exactly in Argentina's gate, which what made Spain the winner of the FIFA. Woo! Who could think that? I was happy and sad at the same time because I didn't put any bet on it. Do you like to bet on a sport? I think I'm not that confident actually to bet on a sport. And then the best part I saw evening when the Spain's team was cheering, they were celebrating like, yeah, we won, yeah. And there was Trump walking around like that, and that was so stupid and funny at the same time. And then I thought, that's probably, that's probably how you, when you see like 90s, like clip with Trump from 90s, he speaks really well. He's like, you can see how sharp he is actually. He's like thinking really fast, and if he, I don't know, it's just you look at person and you think, oh, this is really, I don't know if it's a good person or not, but it's it's person who can think really, who can like normal person, you don't think anything bad about this person. But now when you look at Trump, you're like, oh my god, he's like stupid really. He's like, he's like dying already. Isn't he supposed to be dead already? Um, it's like in that movie where a grown man, like older man, uh, was born, and then by the end of his life, he gets smaller and younger. This is, I think, that's really beautiful movie with somebody famous in the main as a main character. Um, and Trump feels like he goes there, like he becomes more stupid or something, and then is that what for all of us waiting there, we just getting stupid, like we can be progressive, we think we might be smart when doing some stuff, and then at some point we get older and we like become just a small child, just a small child who's walking by the people exactly not in the right time, in not right place, cheering them like that. That's, I think, maybe, maybe Trump just made himself the best, the best retiring ever. Like you become a president, he put like the maybe he's like getting so crazy, and then there was like small amount of his clearness, and he knew before he knew that each year it's getting harder and harder to become aware of life, aware of himself, and he knew that each year he becomes like this small children, this small child. And then he was like, "Oh my God, I have to do something about this, because this stupidity and childness, it's I getting sick, like like a guy in the ocean, and I'm just like getting deeper and deeper in that, and I cannot swim because I'm so tired. This is my clearness of my mind. This is how much left of this clearness, and I need to find a board." So his board was um, become a president of the United States of America. Woo! So he did it, and now he can relax because it's like a boat with somebody. He found a boat with people inside who gonna take care of him, and he was like, "Oh, and I'm captain of this boat," and everyone like, "Oh yeah, all right, you're a captain," and everyone just start to he, just start to pleasing him because they see how bad he is, and yet he's captain, so everyone has something to do with that, and now he just can go and do whatever he wants. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about his reputation, what people gonna think about him, because he's on that board. He found people, and he can be like, all right, I can my clearness like this, and I can relax. I don't need to think about that. President is the most safe place. I have a guards, bodyguards. I have food. I have house to live, and it's white. So this is what happened to Trump. It's really It's really horrible story about an elder man who became a child, but he made it in the last seconds. That was about Trump. Alright, I watch a TV series. Um, Isla. Isla. So it's about a bunker under the ground. There are lots of people living there. It's streaming on Apple. Loads of people live there. There is apocalypse outside. Nobody knows what happened, but I guess I know what happened. Um, we didn't kill Putin, and then what happened that it is apocalypse. Everyone lives in a bunker, and I watched that really interesting actually TV series. I like that. At first, I thought, oh, this is so stupid, and then each time I like this more and more actually. So yesterday I was watching that TV series, that TV show from I think 10 o'clock of the evening till 2 o'clock in the morning. Last 2 hours I was just skipping because I wanted to know the plot, and I was really interested and really into it, but I knew I wanted to go to bed. But it's so nice to sit late night and watch something. I haven't done that for a while and feel kind of fresh now because of like you can do that when you're a kid. Maybe when you're 18 years old you don't care really, but then at some point you really start to care about all this money, how you feel, um, and teeth and sleep and um, paying bills, and it's just so much, and you have to think about that all the time. There's no time to stay over and watch a movie or a show just by yourself, even without somebody, because you start to live with somebody. You have to live with this person. Like I have to live with my girlfriend because I love her, and each time you have to adjust your hours with her hours. You know, when she goes to bed, you you want to go to bed with her. You don't want to stay up all night. I don't know. I don't want to do that. Once I remember my girlfriend was sleeping, and I was staying up for a while. And I returned home maybe at 3 o'clock in the morning because I was with my friend. We had beers, we had good conversation. It was fun, but then when I came home, I felt so horrible. I thought that's like I came so drunk. I'm making all this noise. Probably the person I really love cannot sleep because of me, or she wakes up. Maybe she was worrying, and also me, where I've been, what I was doing while she was sleeping. I was just getting drunk, and it feels so stupid at some point. Well, you know what? What if I try to put these lights on? Maybe. I think I don't put too much effort in this podcast actually. I don't really care about this podcast. I don't know. I saw this other comedian from Toronto podcast. I was listening to sometimes I listen to this. It feels he put so much effort in this podcast. I don't do that. I This is actually I learned from him to introduce myself and say, "Hey, welcome everyone to Stanley Park Podcast," because I didn't do even that. I just don't care. Whatever. Um, yeah. So I watched the TV show yesterday or tonight, and I really enjoyed it. It was really interesting. And I was watching, and I thought, oh, this is the last episode of the season, and this is just one season. So I just finished this episode, and I go to bed. But then like those episodes of the season, they done, but still you wanna watch because there is something happened, and you think, oh my god, what gonna happen to this person? I cannot wait to watch another season in 1 hour. So the final episode was good. I really like it. Everyone was really cool. Everything was really cool. And then I see there is one more episode, and it's already season 2, second season. What the hell? How how that could happen? I didn't expect that, and I thought I have to figure out what happened to this character. And thanks God they. This is actually why I like this show so much, because unlike other, for example, I was watching From, and what I hate about From, when each scene, when they get in for something interesting going on, like, oh, something's gonna happen right now, they immediately turn to other scene, and you like, oh my god, just stop stop messing around with my head, please. I cannot handle this. I cannot bear this. I want to see what's gonna happen. And that scene they show us, it's new scene. It's not interesting anymore, because I don't want to really watch that. And you have to watch it and waiting for that first scene that you have seen, and because you're really excited about that scene. Oh my god. So this silo doesn't do that. It's actually focus answered the question what happened. So you kind of um, you feel good. All right. Was it. Uh, there are another thing I want to talk about. There are protests in Ukraine. People went to against 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 some big changes in Ukrainian politics. There was Minister of Defense who was fired without really big reason, and he was really effective. And the president Zelensky, he told, he said that there was uh, there was a conflict between the Minister of Defense and the biggest general of army in Ukraine. So he chose the general, and nobody likes that general, and there are big protests all around Ukraine, and that's really crazy because it goes during the war, and everyone goes out, everyone wants to talk about that. I really think this is really important to say here, because I support that. Everything what Ukraine wants to do, um, I support, of course. And I think that's it for today's podcast. And see you next time. See you next week. Have a great week. If you've been to this point, enjoy for the rest of the week. This was Stanley Park Podcast, and I was your host of this day, Vlad Sherby. See you next time. Bye bye.